Ever wonder why people hurt the ones they claim to care about the most? Yeah, I've thought about it too. It's twisted, isn't it? You give them your time, your energy, your trust. And what do they give you in return? Pain. But not just any pain. The kind that digs deep. The soul-crushing, gut-wrenching kind. It leaves scars you can't see, but you feel them every time you close your eyes. Let me tell you something. Pain changes you. It strips you down to your core, tears apart who you used to be, and leaves you with two choices. Stay broken, or rebuild yourself into something they'll never recognize. And right now, my friend, you're standing at that crossroads. But listen close. Before you take another step, let me make one thing crystal clear. They will never hurt you again. You're probably thinking, how? How can I stop them? They've already taken so much. I'll tell you how. Not by begging for their apology. Not by waiting for them to change. That's a fool's game. You stop them by becoming untouchable. You stop them by turning their betrayal into the fuel that ignites the fire inside you. Think about trust like a gun. Yeah, a gun. Every time you trust someone, you're handing them that weapon. Fully loaded, safety off. Some will protect you with it, sure. But others will point it right back at you the moment you turn your back. And when they pull that trigger, it's not just a bullet to the chest. It's a shot straight to your soul. But here's the twist. You can take that gun back. You don't have to leave it in their hands. You get to decide who earns your trust and who doesn't. Most people? They're not worthy of holding that kind of power over you. So, take it back. Unload it. Lock it away if you have to. But never, ever give it to someone who hasn't earned it. You see those scars they left on you? The ones you try to hide? Stop hiding them. Wear them like armor. Every scar is proof you survived what they thought would break you. They thought they could tear you apart. But here you are. Still breathing. Still standing. And that's what they can't stand. The fact that you're still here. You think those scars make you weak? Number. They make you untouchable. The person who's already been burned doesn't fear the fire anymore. The person who's been to hell and back doesn't flinch at the flames. And you? You've been through hell, haven't you? So stop running from it. Embrace it. Let it shape you into someone they'll never dare to hurt again. You want to know why they hurt you? Because they saw weakness. That's the cold, hard truth. Weakness is like blood in the water. And the world, it's full of sharks. But here's the thing. Weakness isn't who you are. It's who you let yourself be. You can choose to be strong, not for them, not to prove anything to anyone else, but for you. Because strength isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up every single time. It's about standing tall, even when the weight of the world is crushing you. It's about looking them in the eye and saying, "You can't break me. Not anymore." They left you, didn't they? Walked away like you meant nothing. But here's the secret they don't want you to know. Loneliness isn't a curse. It's a weapon. When you're alone, you owe no one anything. You don't have to meet their expectations, play by their rules, or beg for their approval. You're free. And in that freedom, you find power. Stop chasing people who don't value you. Let them go. Let them realize what they lost. Because when you stop needing them, they lose their power over you. And that's when you become unstoppable. Pain is a brutal teacher, but it's the only one that tells the truth. It doesn't sugarcoat things or feed you lies. It shows you the world as it really is, raw, cruel, and unforgiving. but it also shows you who you really are. It strips away the illusions, the masks, and leaves you with the truth. You are stronger than you ever thought possible. So stop running from the pain. Stop numbing it, avoiding it, pretending it doesn't exist. Face it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Every lesson pain teaches you is a step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. You keep looking back, don't you? Reliving the moments that broke you. Replaying the words that cut you like knives. But let me tell you something. The past is a graveyard. And the more time you spend there, the more you bury yourself alongside it. Stop digging up what's dead. Stop giving life to memories that only bring you pain. The past can't hurt you anymore unless you let it. So leave it behind. Burn it if you have to. Use the ashes to build something new. You're not the person you were yesterday. That person is gone, buried under the weight of what they did to you. But that's not a bad thing. Because the person you are now, the one who survived, that's someone they'll never be able to touch. That's someone stronger, wiser, more dangerous than they'll ever know. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, they hurt me, but they'll never hurt me again. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it becomes your truth. And then, show them. Show them the fire they ignited. Show them the strength they underestimated. Show them the person they'll regret ever crossing. You know, most people live their lives on their knees, begging for scraps of love, attention, or validation from people who don't give a damn about them. Pathetic, isn't it? But that's not going to be you. Number, you're going to rise. You're going to stand so tall that their words and their actions will never reach you again. You see, life doesn't hand you strength on a silver platter. It hands you trials, betrayal, and heartbreak. It hands you storms that rip through your soul, leaving you gasping for air. But here's the catch. Those storms are gifts in disguise. They tear you apart so you can rebuild yourself. Stronger, sharper, untouchable. Ever seen how steel is made? It starts as a chunk of cold, lifeless metal. But then it gets thrown into the fire, hammered over and over again. The fire doesn't destroy it. It transforms it, makes it stronger, unbreakable. And you? You're in the fire right now. I know it hurts. I know you want to scream, to run, to escape the flames. But don't. Stay in the fire. Let it burn away the weakness, the fear, the parts of you they preyed on. Let it forge you into steel. Because once you've been through the fire, nothing can break you. Not them, not their words, not even the world itself. You ever notice how the people who hurt you always want to keep you close? They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to grow. Why? Because they fear what they can't control. And the moment you break free, the moment you stop letting their words and actions define you, you become their worst nightmare. You think they'll miss you when you're gone? Maybe. But it won't be the real you they miss. It'll be the version of you they could manipulate, the version of you that needed them. So leave, walk away, and watch as their power crumbles. Here's the thing about power. It doesn't come from money, status, or even strength. It comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are and refusing to let anyone define you. From standing tall, even when the weight of the world is pressing down on your shoulders. From owning your scars, your pain, your story. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't need anyone to tell you you're enough. You are enough. You always have been. But the moment you start believing that, that's the moment you become unstoppable. They called you weak, didn't they? Said you'd never make it without them. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. Monsters don't hurt monsters. They prey on the kind-hearted, the trusting, the ones who wear their hearts on their sleeves. But you're not their victim anymore. You're not the same person they tore apart. You've got fire in your veins now, a storm in your soul. You've become the kind of person they fear. And that's power. What they did to you? Sure, it hurt. But the best revenge isn't trying to hurt them back. It's living so fully, so purposefully, that their actions become irrelevant. Build a life so rich in purpose and joy that they can't touch it. Let their betrayal be the reason you rise, not the reason you fall. The moment they realize they didn't break you, they didn't destroy you, that's when you win. Pain is a currency. You've paid your dues. Every tear, every sleepless night, every time your heart shattered. That was the cost of becoming who you are now. And you're priceless. They can't afford you anymore. They can't hurt you because you've already paid the price. Now, it's your turn to collect. One day, they'll look back, see who you've become, and regret crossing you. But by then, it'll be too late. You won't need their apologies, their validation, or their approval. You will have risen so far above them that their words, their actions, they'll be nothing but echoes of a past you've left behind. You're standing at a crossroads. You can let what they did to you define you, bind you to the ground, or you can use it to climb higher than you ever dreamed. But make no mistake, this climb isn't for the faint of heart. It's brutal, it's lonely, and it's unforgiving. That's why they'll never make it. You see, the people who hurt you, they thrive on easy victories. Breaking you? That was their shortcut to feeling powerful. But deep down, they're the weak ones. They destroy because they can't build. They pull others down because they can't rise. But you're not like them. Let's talk about pain again. I know it's uncomfortable, but stick with me. Pain doesn't just teach you, it clarifies. It strips away the illusions, the lies, the excuses. When they hurt you, they didn't just betray your trust, they exposed themselves. They showed you their true nature, their cowardice, their selfishness. That clarity? It's your weapon. Now you know. And with the truth comes freedom. You want to hurt them back? Silence. Not screaming, not begging, not explaining. Silence. Because silence is power. Silence says, I don't need you. When you stop reacting, stop responding, you take back control. And they can't manipulate silence. That drives them crazy. Let them sit in the emptiness they created. Let them hear the echoes of their actions. You'll need to learn the hardest word in the world. No. No to apologies that aren't sincere. No to excuses that don't matter. No to letting them back in just because they realized what they lost. Saying no doesn't make you cruel. It makes you strong. It sets boundaries, protects you. It says, I value myself too much to let you hurt me again. And when you start saying no, that's when you start living for yourself. Not them. They lied to you, didn't they? Lied to your face. Lied about you to others. Tried to rewrite your story. But here's the thing about lies. They're like water. The more they spread, the more they drown the person who created them. You don't need to fight their lies or prove them wrong. Just keep living your truth and watch as their web of deceit collapses under its own weight. The truth always comes out. Think about nature. Trees don't grow in comfort. They grow by pushing through dirt, reaching for the light. And you're no different. Growth requires struggle, pain, and breaking through. But it's worth it. Every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt, it all leads to something greater. It leads to you becoming the person you were always meant to be. Let them regret it. Let them feel the same pain they caused you. But here's the real punishment: regret. One day, they'll look back and see you thriving, living your best life. And that regret will eat away at them day by day, moment by moment. The best part? You won't even have to lift a finger. Their own actions will be their downfall. All you have to do is keep moving forward. Letting go isn't about forgiving them. It's not about pretending it didn't happen or moving on. Letting go is about freeing yourself. It's about saying, "You don't control me anymore. You don't define me." It means you stop letting what they did weigh you down. You take the pain, the anger, the betrayal, and turn it into something beautiful. You rise above it, above them, above everything they tried to drag you into. Letting go is power, and that power is yours. They thought they could snuff out your light, your hope, your strength. But all they did was ignite a fire inside you. And that fire? It's going to burn brighter, hotter, stronger than they ever imagined. They fear that fire. They fear the person you've become, because you're no longer the victim. You're the storm, the flame, the force they can't control. And that makes you unstoppable. You've already won. The moment you decided to keep going, the moment you refused to let their actions define you, you won. The fact that you're still here, still fighting, still breathing, that's victory. Look them in the eye, not to confront them, not to prove anything, but to show them that you're unbreakable. Show them the person they underestimated, the person they tried to destroy, the person who came out stronger than ever. And remember this: they hurt you, but they'll never hurt you again. You're untouchable now, and there's nothing they can do to change that. You think it's over? That because you've decided to rise, the world is just going to let you walk away unscathed? Number? The ones who broke you? They'll come back. But this time, you'll be ready. This time, you'll see them for what they are: leeches, parasites, shadows pretending to be friends, lovers, family. This time, you won't let them hurt you, because now you're untouchable. Power isn't just about strength. It's about control. They controlled you for so long. They dictated how you felt, how you saw yourself, how you lived. But control is a game of give and take. They only had power over you because you gave it to them. But now, you take it back. You don't let their words define you. You don't let their actions dictate your worth. You take that power and build a fortress around your soul. A fortress they can never break through. The cruelest thing you can do to someone who betrayed you? Ignore them. Don't yell. Don't argue. Just disappear. Let them drown in the silence you leave behind. Let them bleed for the attention they'll never get again. Silence is a weapon, a blade that cuts deeper than any insult, any argument. And when you master it, you become untouchable. They told you you needed closure to move on. But let me tell you something. Closure is a lie. It's a carrot they dangle in front of you, hoping you'll keep chasing it forever. You don't need their apology, their acknowledgement, their explanation. All you need is the decision to move forward, to leave them behind, to stop letting them occupy space in your mind. They thought you were weak. They thought you'd crumble under their betrayal. But now, you're the storm, the lightning. You're the force of nature they never saw coming, and they'll never survive the chaos you bring. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's a muscle. Every time they knocked you down and you got back up, you were building that muscle. Every time you felt like giving up and didn't, you were strengthening it. Now, you're unbreakable. Because once you have resilience, no one can take it away from you. It becomes a part of who you are, and that's what makes you unstoppable. Look at your scars, not just the physical ones, but the emotional ones too. Those scars? They're not signs of weakness. They're maps of your survival, proof that you're still here, still standing, still fighting. Every time you look at them, remember this: you survived. And that's something they'll never understand. Pain is like a door. Every time you walk through it, you leave a piece of the old you behind. But on the other side, that's where your power is. That's where you find the strength you didn't know you had, the courage you didn't think you could muster. That's where you become the person you were always meant to be. You rise above them. You stop letting their actions define you. And they'll start seeing you in their nightmares, not the broken version of you they tried to create, but the powerful version they never expected. You haunt them, not because you're trying to, but because your strength, your success, is a constant reminder of their failure. You've walked through fire. You've survived the storm. Now you're standing stronger, sharper, more powerful than ever. They hurt you? Yes. But you rebuilt yourself. You turned their betrayal into armor, their lies into fuel, their hate into strength. And now you're unstoppable. You're not done yet. The road ahead won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Every step, every battle, every victory, it's all shaping you into who you were meant to be. So keep going, keep rising, keep proving that you're stronger than they ever imagined. Because you are. You always were. Now, the world gets to see it too. That fire in your eyes, that's all I needed to see. Now go show them who you really are. Show them that they'll never hurt you again.